Dr. Vegapunk will come to Wano, join Kaido and the Shogun, and then will assist Luffy and his crew throughout the Wano arc. And here's why. Hey everybody, how's it going? GomuRX here. Yes, that is my giant bear. Excited to talk to you guys today about Vegapunk joining the Shogun in Wano, really being only a temporary assistance to them before he ends up helping the Straw Hats. He's going to help Usopp with some botany, he's going to help Nami with some meteorology, and of course he's going to help Frankie with the workmanship of weapons and all this craftsman materials. It's going to be great as the Wano arc moves forward. I'm really excited to see this happen. I think it will definitely be happening as the One Piece series kind of comes towards an end. I know Oda just released another thing saying that his chapter, or there's only going to be a little over 100 volumes, but I think we all know that it's going to go a little bit longer than this. But as we get towards the end here, I think we are going to be seeing Vegapunk come to Wano just to kind of pull in some of these ties, start pulling together some of the main plots that have been building up for so long throughout the One Piece series here. So as you all know, we don't know a ton about Dr. Vegapunk so far, but I think from what we do know and how Oda likes to foreshadow certain things, I think we're able to dig some information out of what Dr. Vegapunk will do, a little bit about his character. So Dr. Vegapunk was first introduced during the Enies Lobby arc. Later he worked with Kuma, and Kuma entrusted his whole body and willpower, his consciousness, to Dr. Vegapunk. And we see Frankie later on in the series talking about how Dr. Vegapunk restructured Kuma to protect the Straw Hats ship during the Saba Oni archipelago arc. So ultimately we know that Dr. Vegapunk is a pretty good guy. So that is why I see him, after he comes to Wano, helping out the Straw Hats and being able to assist different crew members in certain ways, which I'll talk about in a little bit here. So as you all know, the Shogun Orochi just asked to have Dr. Vegapunk be brought to Wano for the world government. When he's talking to CP0, this is his next request for them. He said, "I'm not afraid of you. This is what you're going to have to bring me from now on for our trades." Pretty epic request from the Shogun here. But stemming from this, I do think the world government actually will fulfill this request. I think that the world government has been using Kuma to build this massive army, but I think that they think that they're done with Dr. Vegapunk and they got that main purpose, that main goal out of him to make this army. So I think the world government will actually be fine at this. I think the resources that they're getting from the land of Wano, that mass amount of sea prism stone, which we'll talk more about in a little bit also, coming from Wano, is too valuable for them to not trade Dr. Vegapunk. So I think Dr. Vegapunk very shortly will be arriving in the land of Wano, and he's going to make all kinds of changes to the plot here during the Wano arc and as the war begins. So as we know that Dr. Vegapunk has created some great things, I think the Shogun also knows that, and that is why he wants Dr. Vegapunk to come to Wano and serve underneath him. We know that Dr. Vegapunk has used Sea Prism Stone, can work with it. We know that in Wano they're currently doing that. We saw Basil Hawkins, he's got the little nails of Sea Prism Stone now, and for them to be refined even smaller than that, or to be put onto weapons or made into more advanced forms, they need Dr. Vegapunk to advance this. We know that Dr. Vegapunk has also made a dragon using a smile fruit. Wano, the Beast Pirates love dragons. This is absolutely, there's way too much foreshadowing into how Dr. Vegapunk can assist the Beast Pirates for it not to be self-explanatory why Orochi wants Dr. Vegapunk to come and join and work underneath them. With this, we know that X-Drake also commented a long time ago on how fast the pacifistas have been developing. He comments on, "Whoa, that's Kizaru's laser. Like, how does a pacifista already have the ability to use that?" And he comments on how Dr. Vegapunk is making this happen and making it happen so fast. So I think that X-Drake working with the Kaido and the Shogun and the Beast Pirates right now, he was able to kind of leak some of that information and help make the Shogun want Dr. Vegapunk even more. So another interesting point that I want to mention here is the fact that King is, the first time he's introduced, he's talking to Jack and he says that, "You know that now that Doflamingo has been wiped out, essentially, we're going to have to go through no new supplier." And he says, "You know who that is, right?" And then I think everyone's a little caught up in seeing King and seeing Queen for the first time, that this kind of goes over their head, but I think it's important to speculate into who this could be. And I think it's interesting now that we see the Shogun asking for Vegapunk to come to Wano. So maybe it was just Vegapunk. Maybe maybe that's kind of the request they're making. Maybe there's someone else out there. I would love to hear from you guys to who you think that might be. Do you think that was just a reference to Vegapunk, or do you think King was hinting that there's someone else out there in similar standing to Doflamingo who's going to be able to start supplying Smile Fruits from an outside area? So as you all know, Kaido is just a monster. He just wants this epic war. He even commented he wants to create the biggest war this world has ever seen. And I think that's why it's obvious that the Shogun knows that Kaido also wants Vegapunk to come, create these Smile Fruits, make a bunch more dragons. They obviously love dragons in this beast family that they've got going here. All the higher ups have these dragon fruits, the Pteranodon, the Allosaurus, page 1, it's the Spinosaurus. It's pretty obvious that there's this love for dragons. Vegapunk already created a dragon. Zoro's here to slay dragons. That's a little side note. Check out my other videos. So I think it's pretty clear that Dr. Vegapunk will come to Wano, but I think after that, how long is he going to serve the Shogun and Kaido, and what is he going to do for them, and then how is he going to end up being more of a plot twist later? I think that Oda's going to use this in just a brilliant way. Vegapunk's going to get there fairly soon. We're all going to be shocked again. It's going to be kind of like when Big Mom showed up at Wano. I think Dr. Vegapunk will start by making some artificial devil fruits. We're going to see some dragons made from those devil fruits that are even more advanced than the one we saw on Punk Hazard. And then I think shortly after that, maybe a few dragons will be made. I think that is when the Straw Hats are going to meet up with Vegapunk, and then Vegapunk's going to start working with them. So there's been mention that Dr. Vegapunk has worked with meteorology, and his project has been shut down. He was trying to work with climate change. I think that this little mention in the past is foreshadowing to Dr. Vegapunk working with Nami and kind of upgrading maybe her tools that she has, and maybe even further advancing her weapons that she has. Now she's got Zeus currently. Big Mom's also on hunting for that, but I think we're going to see some advancements in Nami's character through Vegapunk. I also think that Dr. Vegapunk's going to be able to help out the Straw Hats by giving some upgrades to Usopp. Usopp's doing all kinds of botany work. He's made some amazing contraptions using different plants and things, but we know that Dr. Vegapunk is able to manipulate devil fruits. He's able to use all kinds of different botany techniques. He's going to be able to pass those on to Usopp. Usopp's going to see some upgrades in the land of Wano here. So I think the most epic thing that we're going to see here is Dr. Vegapunk kind of working with Frankie. I think Frankie's going to get the most upgrades in what he's able to do, the weapons he's able to process, and what he's going to learn from Dr. Vegapunk. We saw that Frankie obviously admires Dr. Vegapunk in his research. He spent some time in the lab where Dr. Vegapunk was working on Punk Hazard, and now we're going to see Dr. Vegapunk train him into using sea prism stone. We know that Dr. Vegapunk was using sea prism stone to coat the bottom of ships so they could go through the calm belt. He's got all kinds of abilities. He's able to manipulate sea prism stone. Currently, the Straw Hats are a little hindered by that. We saw with Trafalgar Law that they're going to see some problems. Basil Hawkins has those. It's kind of an unfair advantage. I think Dr. Vegapunk's going to twist that back into the hands of the Straw Hats so they can use that same ammunition during this war that's coming up. The theories get further out there later in the video. I just want to throw out the idea that after Dr. Vegapunk, yes, comes to Wano, yes, helps out the Shogun and the Beast Pirates, yes, then helps out the Straw Hats, he will eventually meet up with the Revolutionary Army at the end of the Wano arc. I think the Revolutionary Army is also going to come to the Wano arc, and they're going to get Dr. Vegapunk, and then this whole taking down the government side right after Wano is going to begin. Guys, thanks for watching. If you like the theory and video, please comment down below. I'd love to have a discussion with you. Smash that thumbs up button, smash that subscribe button. Really trying to grow this brand new channel, trying to get into the One Piece community here. I've watched for way too long, and I'm finally jumping in. Got so much to talk about. Gonna keep producing frequent videos, so thanks for watching. Say hi to my bear, and have a great day, guys.